What's up, everyone? Kevin Allen here, aka the Geek from DFS Army, and we're taking a look at PrizePicks. And today I've got 5 props that you can smash this week, NFL Week 1, to put some money in your bankroll. Let's do this. All right, and I'm going to do this a little different, guys. I'm going to show you the tools I use to actually determine what the best props to pick on PrizePicks are. If you haven't used the site, of course, get over there now. Get signed up. The link is in the description. If you use promo code DFS Army, they're going to match your deposit up to $100. But the bonus, I'll give you a free month of DFS Army access as well. You just have to let us know that you did it. Follow the link in the free offer description, the description below as well. So getting right into it, this week, NFL Week 1 on PrizePicks. The first pick is the easy one. They're giving us a free square with a Tom Brady over 0.5 passing yards. We'll take the freebie. Thank you very much. I'm not going to talk too much about that one. There is a free square on there. I think the max bet using the free square is $50. So make sure you take advantage of that. NFL Week 1. Okay. Now, we're going to pair it up with my first pick and my top pick this week, and that's the over on Dalvin Cook rushing yards. He's currently projected for 69.5, and I'm going to show you the PrizePicks tool that we have over at DFS Army, and I'm going to show you why I like this bet. Now, if you take a look at Dalvin Cook here, you see that the PrizePicks line is actually pretty close to the consensus line for Dalvin. But I've got big hopes for Dalvin this week, and the DFS Army projection model agrees. We've got him projected for 80 yards, so that is a significant, about 7 or 8% margin of return. That's good enough. I'm putting Dalvin Cook in my parlay this week. All right, next up, we've got Russell Wilson over 1.5 passing touchdowns. 1.5 touchdowns. Now, again, looking over at our tools, I love Russell Wilson this week, revenge narrative. There are all these great reasons to play Russ. But my favorite and the biggest one is if you go to the sports book right now and you want to bet the over on Russell Wilson, and this is, again, one of the really cool things we have over at DFS Army, this PrizePicks tool. It goes for every sport. But what I like is it shows you the consensus sports book odds for this prop. So you'll see here that Russell Wilson is minus 145 to go over 1.5 touchdowns. So essentially on PrizePicks, the assumption whenever you have a prop that you're choosing is that it's a 50-50 proposition. If we can skew it to a 65-35 proposition, that just increases our odds of winning more frequently, and it also skews the EV in our favor in entering the style of prop contest. So again, if the sports bettors are betting minus 145, they're paying minus 145 for the over 1.5 touchdowns prop for Russell Wilson. I'm very comfortable essentially paying minus 100, which is what the PrizePicks cost essentially is. Now, I've got a really cool one here to pair up with Russell Wilson, and that's Cortland Sutton over 55.5 receiving yards. One of the cool things, if we're going to create a large parlay on PrizePicks, is to get a little bit of correlation going in it. A little correlation. Now, we're not just randomly picking Cortland Sutton. We never want to go against the numbers. So again, looking at the DFS Army PrizePicks tool, rushing passing yards, right? We're looking for receiving yards. There it is. Yeah, receiving yards. And if we find Cortland Sutton, let's see here, just a moment. Cortland Sutton over 55.5. Yeah, we'll do that on the research station. Cortland Sutton over 55.5 yards. And as we go over to the DFS Army research station, you will see that Cortland Sutton is projected. Let's go and scroll over to his actual projections here. One of the cool things at DFS Army, again, is our research station where we break down those projections for you. He's projected for 60.7 receiving yards. So We have a little bit of margin there. I really love the play, primarily for the correlation with Russell Wilson and just Russell Wilson having a big game. But again, we have him projected for 60 yards. So there's a little bit of value there as well. Next up, I've got Dalvin Cook under 5 receptions. Now, again, Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette, Uncle Lenny. Leonard Fournette, you see him right here. We've got the under. We've got Leonard Fournette projected for 4 receptions. Now, I'm still waiting. I don't have a consensus odds yet for this line. So that will strengthen it if we can get some consensus odds going. I basically want to be on PrizePicks on the side where on the sportsbook you'd have to pay more money than you would on PrizePicks. The primary advantage, and I really like this column right here is my favorite really on our PrizePicks tool. The key to PrizePicks is the fact that they originate their own props. They're not copying the sports books directly. And yeah, here we go. There's our consensus. 55.5. I missed it. So here it is. Cortland Sutton, 55.5. It's minus 145 on the over for Cortland Sutton. So if you're buying this prop on the sports book, you've got to pay $150 or $145 to win 100. Essentially, the odds are skewing in our favor with this over. And every pick pretty much that I do on PrizePicks, I really want to take advantage of the fact that they're originating their own props, and a lot of them are very beatable. That is the way to turn a profit on PrizePicks. So one more prop that I really love, and you'll see it again right here. I don't know if it's visible or not in the consensus line. Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 46.5 rushing yards. Now, you might want to throw up in your mouth a little bit for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but if you really don't think he's going to go over 46, bet the under. Bet the under on the sports books. There are ways to hedge these guys. So if you don't think he's going over 44.5, you could bet the under and get plus money. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire, we've got him projected for 52 rushing yards. The number here is 46.5. But again, the consensus on the sports books is bettors are paying minus 145 for the over. So there is value in the over on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah. And those are 5 plays. So we've got Tom Brady over, of course, the free square. We've got Dalvin Cook, more than 69.5 yards. Russell Wilson, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Leonard Fournette, under 5 receptions. And Cortland Sutton, over 55.5 yards passing. Now, if you did this big, and of course, the Clyde Edwards-Helaire, over 46 rushing yards props. So those are your 5 props for NFL Sunday. Remember to get signed up using promo code DFSArmy over on PrizePicks. If you're not signed up there, if you want to check them out, I highly recommend you do the maximum deposit match, which is $100. So you put in $100, they'll give you $200 to bet props with. That's always fun. They usually have a free square like this week. Another really important tip is you do not do a 6-person. I highly doubt that all 6 of these props are going to win. You want to kind of mix up 2s and 3s. They have a flex format where you can actually not lose any money if you hit 2 out of 3 props. So you want to hit 2s and 3s, maybe have a shits and giggles 5 or 6 person parlay, but use the tool over at DFS Army that points out differences between consensus props and the PrizePicks props, and then use that in conjunction with the DFS Army player projections themselves, so they have a double signal pointing to any prop that you choose. And of course, if you're signing up for PrizePicks for the first time, I will personally give you a free month of DFS Army VIP, so you could check out the PrizePicks tool amongst other things. You've got to let us know when you do that. If you go to DFS Army and you click right up here on the free offer screen, it will take you to the offer and how to get the free month of PrizePicks when you use promo code DFS Army. That's it for now, guys. Good luck this weekend. I'll see you next time on another PrizePicks breakdown. Take care.